Hey, this is Trip from Maximum Overland. Basically, this is going to be our first video in our new channel. The whole purpose of this is to start from the beginning for everyone moving forward. What I've found on the internet is there's not a lot of videos to bring people into the overlanding and camping world, 4x4 world, from start to finish. And by that I mean, I spent a long time researching this hobby or lifestyle, and what I found was videos that were how-tos, how to start overlanding, how to start with gear, how to start with vehicles. But I think what we want to do at this channel is start from the idea. This channel consists of several people. It's myself, a good friend of mine, Richard Lamas, another good friend of mine, Michael Polk, Jesse Reacher, Chase Rimmel, and basically what we're doing is we're learning it together from start to finish. Now we've been on several trips, and from that we've gained a lot of quick experience. And by that I mean there's so many things that are important, but unfortunately those weren't conveyed to us, they weren't things that you could find on the internet or find in a YouTube video or how to understand what time is the right time. And so this channel is gonna kind of document those processes along with multiple other things, gear and equipment, and of course navigation and survival and the things that really make it work. But at the same time, it's you and I learning the steps of how it really works. My reasoning for this channel was investments become really high in this hobby really quickly. And I think before that, I've seen people invest a lot of money into the hobby and realize when we did go camping and stuff, maybe it wasn't for them, or maybe the type of camping we did wasn't for them, meaning a rooftop tent or a ground tent or maybe even a camper, off-road camper. So I kind of want to start at the beginning of this so we understand the processes of how we put it all together. That being said, I'm Trip, and this is Titus with Maximum Overland. It's not my daily driver. I do drive it daily. I have an F-350 truck that I drive. I do a lot of four-wheel driving. Not necessarily just as my hobby. On a day-to-day basis, I work for a communication company, so most of our tower sites are remote. So this is something that I practice every day, and that's another thing that needs to go into these videos is you need to practice what you're gonna be doing. And so that's why I wanna start this as a beginning video and just let you know who we are and let you understand that what you're gonna get from this channel is how to start from literally the idea of overlanding, camping, and four-wheel driving all the way through the process of making a fire, picking a site, creating a great meal at campsite, and getting up and doing it all over again and returning home and actually appreciating and liking your first trip. Other than that, I would say that stick with us. We'll show you the fabrication process and all this stuff. I built the bumpers, I built the tire swing outs, I built the skids underneath. A lot of that stuff I did on my own, but at the same time, I understand people can. And so there is a theory that I have for what you're gonna do, how hard you're gonna be in this hobby. And that being said, that'll determine how we fit your vehicle or fit the vehicle for you or fit the sleeping platform for you. And so again, follow us as we start this process, and I assure you, it'll be a far more understandable way to start this hobby and understand if you like it. And the first thing is gonna be taking the vehicle that you have or borrowing a friend's vehicle and going to something local and camping for the weekend and not returning home or returning to a store for supplies throughout the whole weekend, Friday through Sunday evening when you return home, and seeing if it's something that would really intrigue you to get the fire burning inside you to do this more. We all here at Maximum Overland absolutely love it. From bitter cold camping and having to find wood and chop wood in the middle of the night and get it prepared because whatever happened with the route, you were late getting to camp, and so you get to camp and you've got to now make a fire, it's snowing, you got to build your tents, you got to flatten the surface. So we enjoy every part of it because that's about being somewhere somebody hasn't been. And so we will struggle like everybody else struggles, and I don't want you to believe that this is a channel where it's always glory. There's a lot of channels out there that are always successful, and unfortunately that's just not the true way it works. If you're overlanding the way overlanding is meant to be, meaning roads less traveled, and not fire roads, and not county roads, and not gravel roads, but roads that cause severe pinstriping on your vehicle. And I'll show you that. You're not going to be able to see it in this light, but this is new. It's been on 2,000-mile trips, and the pinstriping is significant. But I'm willing to accept that because this is what I bought Titus for, and so those are the things we'll cover. And so when you do that type of overlanding, you'll see that it's not always going to be what you see on YouTube where they pick a route, they ride a road, pull off the road. Everything's basically pre-set up. There's always a fire ring. Everything's pretty laid out and flat. There's no bush trimming. There's wood local to burn in fires. We're going to show you that, and we're going to show you the opposite of that, where we pull into areas where it takes forever to get to them. Lots of holes, roads are rough. And then when you pick the campsite, it takes forever to set it up because you've got to clear the ground. You've got to go and locate wood, bring it back in, cut it up, split it up, prepare it for burning. You've got to find rocks for a fire ring, how to build a correct fire ring, how to dig down, how to build a wall on the backside so that the heat reflects back to your tents and the areas you're sitting in. All those things, we'll cover all that. And from that, we will make adjustments as we move forward. All of our vehicles will constantly change. I have this vehicle here, I tent camp, but I also have an off-road trailer that'll be arriving probably in the next month or two, and you guys will get to see that. So you'll see tent camping and how we do it, and you'll see off-road trailers and how we do it. And then the vehicles that we have are wide ranged. So this is a 2020 Jeep Rubicon JL, and we also have an F-150 Platinum, a 4-door that's a different type of build. And then we have another F-150 4x4 FX4. It's a different build. And then we have one of the new Ford Rangers that's a different style build. And so it'll show you the variation in vehicles and how they can change and how they differ. I started this with a very good friend of mine that is an avid rock crawler. And so I started with a combination platform because that's more of what I saw myself doing. My friends are more overlanders, so now I'm slightly manipulating Titus to be closer to overlanding, but still rock capable. I have 40s in the corner for when I do something that requires that, or it needs to be specific rock crawling based. So that's what I mean, that this hobby has so many different variables to how you go at it and how you enjoy it. That being said, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for watching. Again, I'm Trip, Maximum Overland, and watch for the following videos. We're going to go over a lot of how it starts, the idea of overlanding, the first process of obtaining some of the simple things that you need to go overlanding, even if it's borrowing. So again, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you shortly.